Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you all like it, please like and subscribe, and hope you all enjoy it. Have a great rest of the day. Hey y'all, hope you all are having a good day today. Anyways, we are checking in here at the Museum of the Waxhaws here in North Carolina, or Waxhaws, North Carolina. Currently, I know that one of my previous videos that I've made recently was on seasoning your cast iron, such as Dutch ovens, or maybe one of your pans or whatever and stuff is cast iron. I made a video about it, going into detail of as far as the quote cleaning process. For example, like if you have rust, or just stuff that's like stuck onto your Dutch ovens. Some things that I've used, as mentioned in my video, you'll have to re-watch it, to kind of get the particulars though. But this one right here was given to me. This Dutch oven was given to me by a really dear friend of mine that's in reenacting as well. But I know that when he gave it to me though to use, he did a great job on seasoning it and cleaning it and stuff. But there's a few little spots that I'm going to touch up on it, and some of the things that I'm going to do to season it, well, to clean it and help get the rust off and stuff, is I plan to get some sand, kind of a grainy sand and stuff from a creek, which is something that they would have used in the 18th century during that time period. So if you're looking for a way to clean and season your cast iron and stuff, by all means, there are ways to do it. And also, one thing that you can do is get a loofah from a gourd, or just a loofah in general from however you can acquire one that's using a historic method, but from a gourd would be historically accurate as well. And you can use that to kind of scrub the loofah or the sand from a creek bed. You can use that to kind of scrub some of the with water, use that to kind of scrub off some of the hard things to get off, like rust or just the burned on pieces of food or whatever. So you can use the sand, a gourd. Those would all be methods that you could use that are historically accurate. Or another method that you could use if this is something that you feel like doing, is you could also burn it off over a fire, or try to burn it and char it. That's something that you can do. That would be perfectly acceptable if you want to be particular as to what method. If you're kind of leaning more toward the historical accuracy, so those three things would be historically accurate. Now, as far as seasoning goes, well, actually, no, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead of myself. But if those things don't work, one thing that you could do that I've read, that I've heard people do, is get apples and chop them up and slice them up or whatever, and turning it into a stew or a mush, and boiling it in your Dutch oven. That's something that you could very well do. That would work. To help kind of get the rust off, because it's so acidic. So that's why it works, is because it's so acidic. So again, if you're looking for a historic method, using the chopped up and sliced onion, or I'm sorry, apples, the chopped up or sliced apples would be historically accurate, and kind of using a more natural method. So you can use that to, kind of help get the dirt, or the rust off. Now, as far as seasoning your cast iron, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. I know that there are some oils and greases that you could use that are historically accurate. You can use bear grease, which is something that would have been used. Just a small touch of it, just put it on the cast iron. Or you could use a touch of lard to season your cast iron. I personally go with either vegetable oil. As far as modern methods, you can use vegetable oil or olive oil. Those are the ones that I kind of lean more towards as far as like not going rancid, because that's something that is a really big concern in my opinion. Is you want to use something that won't go rancid, but will still kind of blacken onto the cast iron for the and all that stuff, because that's something that you want, is to kind of be, for it to be able to soak in. So you have to be conscious of that. But for those that are maybe using that would want to use a more kosher type of method, you could use something like vegetable oil. For those that follow certain followings and stuff, you could use vegetable oil, and that would be okay. That could be strictly okay. Or olive oil for those that are not, following certain followings. So you could do that. It all just depends on what you have access to and what you're able to do. Then of course, so once you clean it, then you're going to want to season it. But make sure that whatever method you use to clean it, you do a really good job, rinsing it off, and you let it dry. Just by kind of hanging it upside down or placing it upside down to where the water won't sit inside the Dutch oven. Let it dry for as long as you see fit, like a day maybe, or a few hours, or an hour or two. Point being is when it's dry, then you can do it. I just still like doing it when it's dry. But other than that, I actually have one of my Dutch ovens going on now. So it's kind of soaking in right now. I might do a coat or two depending on how I feel, if it needs it. But then I have my second one, following up right there in the middle. And then I'm going to have this one right here. So that's the plan. But anyways, if you have any questions, definitely comment on the video. And I also have a YouTube, a Facebook group and a page by the same name of Our Living History. So check us out on Facebook, the private group, and also a page. So you'll see both. Both are relatively noticeable as far as like how being able to tell which one's which. But anyways, if you all have questions, please reach out. I would love to do what I can to answer. I'll do my best. But anyways, if you have any questions, let us know, and I'll wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye. This right here is the final result of seasoning one of my cast irons and sorts. Hope that you all enjoyed.